Let's address the elephant in the room and start with the ultimate question for an activator. Why are things not changing? Why are decision makers, whether business leaders, city officials, or international advocacy groups, not changing the system? And why are we, each of us as individuals, you and I, not changing our behavior? And of course, the big question that goes with it is, how can we change? I'm not pretending to give you all the answers. That would be too easy. And I'm definitely not the first one to think about these questions. But let me propose two answers that might offer us some hope to expect something different, very relevant to the climate crisis. We are all waiting. This is the first problem. Moving is too risky, as we may lose too much. So one approach is to maintain the status quo, so that we're not putting ourselves at risk. We might lose if we are pioneers, if we are the first ones, and if we're alone. We can lose voters, we can lose a competitive edge, we can lose status. There's too much we can lose. So we're waiting for the others to start. And in the meantime, we're doing the little things that actually others are already doing. This way, we're not jeopardizing the game we're currently playing. We know the rules, and we know how to play. But this is not satisfying for an activator if we want to see a change. So I propose that we change the game, and the only way forward is to do it together, so that we change the narrative from something I can lose to I can change and build something together. The first step is to build an infrastructure for changing together. We cannot wait for the politicians, for the business industry or the technology. The Community Arts Network is exactly investing in these systemic changes, where we want to develop an infrastructure for cooperation, an infrastructure for action, so that the drops of individual action can generate a sea of change. The networks of actions are needed. Maybe it is not an answer to the waiting part, but it's really an important part of it. We want to have a new way of thinking where we do invest in the soil and not in the plants themselves. And I'm asking you to join the movement. The good news is that the Community Arts Network is not alone to invest in these system changes, so there is really hope to building a collective. But changing together is not enough if it's only a technocratic or an abstract concept. We need to connect to our humanity. And this is the second problem. No solution can be only technocratic. We, as human beings, are definitely part of the problem, but we are also definitely, and even more, part of the solution. So we need to bring back our humanity in the picture. We need to integrate these human qualities in how we are designing these systems of change and processes of change. And some of these qualities we need to introduce can be found, luckily, somewhere. And this somewhere is the arts. So in essence, I'm saying that we need an artful way of making change. Arts and cultural processes can invite through beauty, can invite multiple nodes of sense-making. They affirm human dignity, interdependence. They also unleash creativity and agency, and they evoke emotional complexity and honesty, capacities to negotiate ambiguity, and paradoxical curiosity. These are the arts qualities, and currently arts is on the sideline of the solutions. If we do reintegrate these qualities in the equation, we might be able to create a different model of making change. One such model that we are working at the Community Arts Network is the Wheel of Art. The Wheel of Art offers us a framework. It's both an approach and a tool that tackles our vulnerability in front of a problem and also connects us to ourselves. It's a way that is emergent and in line with the human qualities that I was talking about. There are 4 quadrants. Art invites us to dream, to feel, to see, and to move. All 4 are crucial, and then they can also work as a system. So I'm inviting you to change without fear, to change collectively, and build a sustainable future together. I'm inviting you to explore these new ways with us, these new artful ways of change. I'm inviting you to dream, to see, to feel, and to move, so that we can all together turn the wheel of art. So that together we can first change the rules of the game, so that we can soon after change our reality. Thank you.